Sometimes we set ourselves up and get ourselves so excited for something we should have never wasted our time to begin with. WrestleMania 34. Most disappointing WrestleMania ever. I hate to go off what JD said in his review, but most disappointing WrestleMania ever. And here, tonight, we're going to talk about the disappointment in Mania while we cover our Monday Night Raw review. So, stay tuned. A lot more after the intro. Welcome home, TOP family. It's Monday. Jesus, what is today? April 9th, 2018. And we're here for your Monday Night Raw review, but at the same time, we're going to start this out by talking about some highs and lows from Mania. So, first off, thank you guys for tuning into our live show. That was so much fun. Man, can't wait till the next time we can do a live, talk to you guys some more. Let's just keep growing this, guys. You guys were awesome, fully engaged. And from me and Mean Dean, I can't thank you enough. But with that being said, what happened after WrestleMania 34 was just tragedy. Now I want to start with the high points. You should always start with the highs from something. Most impressive MVP of the night, by far and away, crazily enough, even though I had the most doubts and I even left during this match, so I had to rewatch it when I got home, is the Ronda Rousey match. She looked extremely impressive, and man, we're going to see a lot of big things from her forward. Like I said, still not a fan of her doing any promo work. Think she should have somebody do that for her, but man, I am excited to see her in the ring. She looked phenomenal. Mustafa and Cedric, man, once again, like I said, in my opinion, still definitely finished one of the top 3 matches of the evening. As well as specifically for the match of Charlotte and Asuka. The match, initially watching, I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was enough to end the streak. Watching it again, phenomenal match. But in the low points, I'm going to cover why it shouldn't have ended the streak. But with that being said, we did get a little bit of highs. The entrances were awesome. The entryway looked amazing. I liked the set. I liked all the extras. I liked all the extras for Mania. I thought it was pretty awesome. And if some of you don't know, my favorite color used to be purple, so I mean, that's never a problem going wrong there. But with that being said, at the same time, guys, what we seen at Mania 34 was such a letdown. So many things that happened shouldn't have. First off, I'm watching Mania over at Mean Dean's house. I had to leave. And it was nothing due to Mean Dean, the family. They were awesome, man. I wasn't enjoying the show. So if I'm not going to enjoy it, I'm not going to sit there and bring down everybody else's time. But with that being said, the reason the Asuka loss affected me so much is JD says it best on his review. What is Asuka now? Literally, what is she? She was the streak. That's what was special about her. You could have had Charlotte retaining the title without her losing at any point. There's no reason the streak should have been ended, and that was bullshit. The match was phenomenal. How it ended was too quick. When it ended, man, my heart sunk. It sunk to my stomach. I was so done. At that exact moment in time, I almost didn't want to watch the rest of Mania. Now, luckily, I pulled my head out of my ass, came home, sat horribly through the rest of Mania. But it shouldn't have ended. We could have had anything possibly happen. Okay? There could have been a disqualification. Asuka gets the win. Charlotte gets the title. We could have had Carmella come out, cash in the Money in the Bank, get pinned by Charlotte. She retains the title. We could have done a multitude of things here to make sure that Asuka's streak was still intact when we woke up the next morning. Instead, we didn't. And all I could think about is, this is what happened to Shinsuke. It's going to continue to happen to them. Why? Because Vince doesn't want to put somebody from outside organization on top. I can't say that because he does it with AJ Styles. But it's almost as if it's a political thing. If we think about it, Linda's running for politics. Obviously, Vince has to help her. He has to back her. You know, any good man backs a good woman. Is this a play on that? Is this them scared that Asuka and Shinsuke would be boring as champions? I don't for a second think they would be. I think it would be phenomenal. We would get some of the greatest matchups and matches we've ever seen in WWE history. But instead, WWE wants to put a thing up their ass and hold it off. I don't even care, man, about Asuka winning the title that night. I care about the streak. Okay? Charlotte could have retained against Carmella. She could have retained via disqualification. Whatever you want to do, keep the streak going. Maybe Asuka's moment is until next year when we have undefeated versus undefeated. And I know there's those of you out there that think, oh, you don't know what they're doing with this. This is going to make Asuka want it even more in the storyline. She's going to go harder. Incorrect, man. She's going to fall to the mid-pack status like everybody else. They're going to treat her no better than they do Bayley and Sasha, which is such a shame. What is it with the WWE having this obsession with blondes being champions? I've seen Charlotte as champion enough. Let me see her go do something on the lower card to prove to me that she doesn't always need to be in the spotlight. Let's grow the division. The division shouldn't just be about 4 women. It's time to move on, move up. Don't give Asuka the Ruby Riott treatment, which is what I feel we're gonna see, where she's pushed out of everything for the longest. She's just sitting in the back shadows, and then when her contract ends, she's not gonna want to be there. Like, what is going on here? Do these thoughts ever cross your mind? Let's take something that's special, that people want to see. Continue to tune in to see. Something you could make monumental in this women's division. Instead, we get nonsense. So, yeah, if you can't tell from there, Charlie gets the dub with the figure 8. I was just crushed. The Bludgeoning Brothers versus the New Day and the Usos was just a squash match. Once again, wasting my time. And you get the best tag team, in my opinion, second best in most. Able to put on glorious matches. 2 teams that we've known have put on some of the greatest tag matches. You add the Bludgeoning Brothers and you just make it a squash and a waste of time. I mean, I like what you're doing with the Bludgeoning Brothers, but with that being said, we should have seen time in that match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. The dream match. The match everybody had been waiting for. And I had seen many people reach out to me, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, whatever avenue, and told me they were actually very scared of this match. One of their biggest worries is that this match wasn't going to reach its potential. Overhyped, not on the part of the actual competitors in the ring, but due to, once again, the Roman agenda. Why? This match was too slow. It never... When did it ever get out of first gear? Huh? Was there word from the back to tell them not to go as hard? And it's so frustrating because I'm laying there thinking this shit. JD comes on, or his review comes out, I watch it. I'm like, damn, I should have dropped this review. And you know what? We should have did a Mania review. But I was in no position to, because I would have shat all over the whole entire card. It would have just been pure raw emotion. It would have been 30, 40 minutes of me just ranting about what I needed and what I didn't get. But shit, these guys don't even want to put on a 3-star match Sunday. This was horrible. I don't even know why this was on there. Why did this not start off the show if you weren't going to put it in the main event? Why did this not come on at the halfway point? Why did you have them blow their load for Daniel Bryan 2 matches before this? So by the time we get to this, they're dead until halfway through. There's no exciting spots in here. It's just nonsense. We've seen a great story told by the competitors in that ring. A phenomenal story. What do I always repeat? I am about the story that's told in the ring. It was great. It was about Shinsuke's knee. He can't do what he normally does. I get it. Beautifully done. This match needed more time. About 20 more. Let his knee keep getting weakened. I don't want to see him have a weakened knee and then it ends on a phenomenal forearm. Get the phenomenal forearm that sets up the calf crusher. Okay? Am I as pissed with this as I am with the ASUKA? No. At least we've seen this. Even though it was not even a percentage of what we should have seen. We've seen this. It gets so frustrating week in, week out. We sit through these shows. They tease us. Tease us consistently. With glory. With greatness. And behind some bullshit political agenda they have in the back, we don't see what we should be seeing. Instead, we see a match like Roman and Brock, and I know there are tons of you out there that are like, holy shit, that was great, man. It was great watching Brock get beat, or Roman get beat down like that. Taking those sharp elbows, we've seen this before. Randy took them same elbows. This shouldn't even have been the main event. All you're doing that for is to keep the Roman agenda going. Keep trying to push. I'm glad Roman came out Monday night and understands that we don't give a shit about him as the guy. Why? Why? Why is Brock going to be champ for even longer? Are you kidding me? So we're continuing with a part-timer. At least with Roman, we'd have got a full-timer back with the belt. Don't get me wrong. I like the fact that Roman didn't walk away with the belt. That's beautiful. But what's your plans going forward? Does he win this in India? Do we move on from there? Is that how you keep showing the built-up Roman? Just keep letting him get his ass beat until that night? I don't believe it. Does anyone out there believe it? It's bullcrap, man. NXT. If you don't know what I'm talking about, as soon as we edit the video of the live show and get rid of, so we can avoid that copyright that we got for having a song play during intermission. As soon as we do that, you guys can watch that. Hear our mini review of NXT TakeOver. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal. That's how you do a show. That is how you do a program. What the WWE is doing isn't a program. It's a spectacle. It's a spectacle every year we build hype for. We get there, and it lets us down. When is the WWE going to stop doing us dirty and just make it good? I don't even care about great at this point. I just want good. I can't keep doing this week in, week out. Now I will, because I do it for you guys. I do it for us. I do it because I enjoy this. I do it because I love this. I do it because I'm passionate about the WWE. I've been watching this since I was a young tyke. Okay? One of the places that never ever steers me wrong. Well, let me not put it like that. One thing I can always count on is the WWE being there to watch. As of now, I can't count on them to give me good programming. It's supposed to be my escape. I'm not escaping. If anything, I feel like every review we do, is negative. I don't want to be negative about the shows. I would love to come on here and tell you how great an episode of Raw or SmackDown was. How well it was put together from top to bottom. How there was no slow time. At no point did I lose interest. How amazing these matches are. How incredible these athletes are. I'd love to do that week in and week out. But the truth is we can't until it's fixed. We don't want to be a part of the problem, guys. We want to be a part of the solution. Remember, the reason Kliqpod is formed is because we don't conform. We never will conform. We will always, always, always tell it how it is, what we see, show our emotions, and never cave in. And if Kliqpod ever loses that mentality, we need to stop. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, guys. We're going harder and better than ever. It's part of me. With that being said, it's a fresh start for everybody when we come to this Monday night review. So WWE had one shot. One shot to fix what they did wrong last night. Well, I guess technically two, because we have tonight as well. Sorry, Tuesday night as well. But we're not going to sit here and stand for this anymore. I'm tired of being reserved, not raising my voice, not yelling, only expressing it, lack of emotion, because I want to believe. I want to believe they're going to do right. But every chance we give them, they mess up. Okay? If you were out there and you loved 34, I'm proud for you. I'm happy you got what you wanted. I didn't get anything. Anything. I got bits and pieces. So, I mean, I guess I'm being dramatic when I say anything. I got bits and pieces. But that's not what I want. I want a great night. Okay, I want a night I can kick it with my boy and we could just have a good time, end it, and just talk about how amazing what we saw was. Or how good what we saw was. I don't want it that I have to get up and leave because what I'm watching is pure nonsense. Now, thank you for what you did with Ronda. I have all the belief in the world this woman is going to do something amazing. Amazing. Will I think her speech will ever be down? No. But we're going to stop just reiterating that all the time. We're going to give her a chance. Do I like the fact that Shinsuke Nakamura is a heel? Yes, I've actually said on some previous podcasts, I think that's where they should go with him. I think he would be phenomenal in that role. But at the same time, do I have high hopes on what they're going to do with him there? Not at all. They're going to mess this up like they mess up a lot of things. But with that being said, let's finally get over to our Monday Night Raw review. So our show starts tonight with Stephanie McMahon coming out, talking about how, you know, it took her to bring the best out of Ronda. Same stuff we expected to hear. Ronda comes out, once again, takes her down, pulls off the little cast, the plastic cast that Stephanie McMahon has. Maybe it's just an arm immobilizer. And proceeds to put her in another arm bar. Gets the smile and the reaction from the fans. I didn't mind it. It's cool, man. Build off the hype of last night. That was your MVP performer. Why not start off the show with her? I liked it. I had high hopes for the show at this point. I'm like, okay, we're about to see something cool. From this point on, the show goes to crap. We get Nia coming out. She gets about 2 minutes to celebrate her new championship. What the hell's up with this? Girl finally wins it for the first time in her career. You can't let her at least get a 5 minute speech point. Instead, nope, she gets 2 minutes. Alexa and Mickie James come out. More the same crap, man. Talking about how Nia's the biggest bully and talking about weight shaming and everything else, man. Like garbage, garbage, garbage. I'm over it, dude. But something amazing did happen at this point. If you didn't watch NXT on Saturday night, Ember Moon lost her title. With that being said, I figured she would get the call-up. Sure enough, she shows up to be Nia's tag team partner. They win 1, 2, 3. Phenomenal, man. If you guys haven't seen Ember Moon, you guys need to go out there and check her out. She is probably one of the baddest girls out there in the game. Can I just say, with the women's battle royal on Sunday as well, while we're talking about the women, that was very interesting. I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the entrance in there. It was really good, man. We got to see Peyton Royce. What is the Belair? Becca Belair? I think that's her name, man, but not quite sure off the top of my head. If you guys haven't checked these ladies out, go check them out, man. We're really in a mode for explosion there. It's just, once again, I don't even want to talk about the ASUKA things now. I'll probably have to talk about it on the SmackDown review. So Ember Moon comes out. I mean, she does her thing. I love her intro. Just everything about her is just so enticing. So I'm really excited to see her on the big card, see where it goes. Guys, I'll let you know now. This whole Raw was a letdown. These matches lived up to no standard. It was different from most Night After Raw or Night After Mania shows. The Night After Mania show is usually one of the best shows of the year. This was definitely not. By far and away, will probably be on the lower end of the scale by the end of the year. After this, if you guys don't know about this man, here's another man you also need to check out. Actually, I got a lot of guys you guys need to check out because we got a lot of call-ups tonight. So our next one is No Way Jose. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Like, yo, that dude gets it fired up, but the whole time he's coming out, all I'm thinking is Adam Rose. For obvious reasons, but I mean, quick squash match, No Way Jose with the 1, 2, 3. And then there's a match I didn't even notice came on, to be honest. I don't think I was daydreaming or drifting off or looking anywhere else or anything. It just happened to come on out of nowhere. But it was the Revival versus Anderson and Gallows. Anderson and Gallows got the win. Or, no, was it the Revival who got the win? I think the Revival got the win. Like I told you, man, I didn't even really notice this came on. As well as somehow I missed the Samoa Joe return, which I will probably talk about that on SmackDown tomorrow after I rewatch it today. Or later today. But with that being said, man, we did get the return of Samoa Joe tonight, which does lead to some excitement. And actually, no, I remember the Samoa Joe return. I'll actually cover that a little bit later here. So at this point, we get Seth Finn, and The Miz. They all come out, argue with each other, and we have a return of Jeff Hardy. And pretty excited, huge crowd pop, obviously. Crowd loves Jeff, man. Crowd loves the Hardy Boys in general. So we get a huge pop here. They come out. He comes on the side of Finn and Seth. And The Miz, Taraj, and The Miz are standing across from him. This actually sets these guys up for a 6-man tag, which is going to be the main event of the night. Then we get Sasha with Bayley in her corner, weird enough, with Mandy going against Mandy Rose with Absolution in her corner. Cool. I like what they're building. It just wasn't entertaining to me. It's once again Absolution's in this, and I really don't care. Mandy actually gets the 1, 2, 3. Sasha goes, or Bayley goes in to help out Sasha and interfere. Unfortunately, Sasha gets the worst of the outcome, gets rolled back in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. Let's just get this somewhere. I'm ready to see this as a main event on something, because I know these girls will turn it out. These girls are two of the best in the game. That's all I have to really say about this, because I'm not going to say anything about what they did last night, because once again, I don't even know if the WWE knows what they're doing with them. So I don't blame it on them at all. At this point, we get Elias coming out, doing his thing, going through how he was at New Orleans and worried about not getting on the programming, and this is how we got him. And we got him for some crack joke with Cena where he gets beat up for a minute at WrestleMania. I hated that. But with that being said, I did enjoy seeing Bobby Lashley. It was nice. Welcome back to the WWE, Bobby Lashley. I I've heard rumors that I may see you in the I may meet you in the near future when I go out to Vegas, so I look forward to that. But hey, welcome to your return to the WWE, buddy. Then we get KO and Sammy talking with Kurt, trying to say, you know, just trying to come in and get a job. Kurt says he has one spot available, and he's gonna let them fight for it later in the program. So right here, I'm starting to get a little amped. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna actually see something good. I think at this point is when we see the dude, Roman Reigns. I'm not sure what part in the show, crazily enough, we've seen Roman Reigns, but there was definitely a Roman Reigns appearance last night. Comes out, I don't know, to me it just sounded like a pity me promo. Like, I do all this for you guys, and you guys still don't care about me. I'm still not the man. Vince McMahon picked him a man. It's good to find out that Brock has the new contract. And, like, what? Just come out there. Say you got your ass kicked. Drop the mic and leave, dude. You could have made something. You could have made an actual decent promo last night, and you chose the opportunity to continue to talk. But we get Samoa Joe coming out. Thank you, Jesus, to shut this man up. So we get the return to Samoa Joe. I'm really excited about that. If you guys don't know, Joe's been out with an injury for quite a bit now, man. It feels like about 6 months. Realistically, it's probably only been about 3, if that. But I'm excited to see Joe moving forward. He's finally back. Why couldn't have Joe and Braun been tag team partners? That really bums me out. What else also bums me out is Braun is no longer our tag team champion with the little guy Nicholas. Shout out to you guys for being champs, but you're no longer our champs. They actually willingly handed them to Kurt Angle. Said Nicholas' schedule is conflicting with the schedule of the WWE. But when Nicholas' schedule frees up, you best believe they're coming back for these championships. And Nicholas busts in, and they're going to get these hands. Like, yo, I'm trying to get me these hands shirt. I'm trying to get a Get These Hands shirt. That's fire, man. Braun's new shirt. Yo, that is good. I really like that. And then we get the Heath Slater in the Rhino Open Challenge. They proceed to talk about Heath Slater and how he's still got to make money, man. He got all them kids, man. And Rhino's like, man, we going to do this for your kids. But the shittiest thing in their life happened, and AOP came out. And if you don't know AOP, it's time to once again take a look into these guys, man. The authors of pain. These big boys are amazing, man. The work they do as a tag team is phenomenal. And to be that big and to move that way, there's a lot of excitement for the tag team division going forward, especially with Bray and Matt being a tag team. There's a lot of awesome things that we have to look forward to. It's just, are they going to do this right, man? I don't want to see another call-up who gets their talents wasted. But crazily enough, Authors of Pain win this match. That's not the crazy part. When they're leaving, they actually hold James Ellersby. They hold James Ellersby back, tell him, nah, pretty much we're done with you. Now that you got us up here, thank you for what you did, but we rolling on. And they said all that with just a head shake. But at least that's what I interpreted they said. But with that being said, man, I was pretty excited about that. And after this, show progresses a little bit. We move on to Bray and Matt Hardy versus the Worldwide Titus, or Titus Worldwide. And this is actually for the Tag Team Championship match for the belt. Now, earlier when the Revival won, that was also a part of the Tag Team Tournament belt to go for the newly vacant Tag Championships. So we get what shouldn't have been a match. We get Bray and Matt winning. And I'm really liking this. I think they look great together. I think this is a great change for Bray. I think it's going to make Bray excellent baby face, because we all know that even though he was trying to be a heel, he was really just a baby face trying to play a heel. Like, everybody loves Bray's character. It's just that had run its course. Now we're seeing Brother Bray, and you know. And it's cool, man, because earlier in the show we had a little meet up between Jeff, who just returned, with Matt and Bray. And there was an embrace between Bray and Jeff that just left me at this calm. And he calls him Brother Nero. And Brother Nero decides to tell him, you know, he's happy he's able to find his way. And he said he is as well. And, you know, that Matt's so happy to see him back. And that, I don't know, man. I would like to see a stable with these three. But I would like to see Nero stay an independent wrestler. Even though I know he can go off the Jeff Hardy brand all day. I'd like to see him stay as the independent one who's getting the independent titles for their little stable. And they're running for tag belts. I think that would be real cool. And then they do something along the lines of how we always look up to the singles titles. The tag titles actually means more because it has like a chemistry build between the two, so it gives us the ultimate power of 2 instead of 1, and we are able to delete. Something like that I think would be pretty cool. But this is just one of those things we'll have to wait and see. Please do not mess this up. Please, I'm really excited for Bray and Matt. Let's see some awesome work come out of this. Then we finally get the KO and Sammy match, and I actually love the way this ended. So for you, those of you who didn't watch this, so this would be match of the night. I'm not going to say it was the greatest match of the evening or of the year or anything like that. It was just a really good match. Sammy and KO go hard. They know each other so well, so they know when each one's about to do something. So, I mean, the way they play off each other in that ring is absolutely phenomenal, but we've known this for years. The way I was wondering is, how is this going to end? Is one of them going to get who's going to win? And is the other one going to be jealous to the point of injury? And that's how you kind of break the friendship. But instead for this one, they actually didn't do any of this. It actually ended in a draw, which I wasn't thinking about, but I think is a perfect way to do this. The reason I wasn't thinking about it, I was just being an idiot. I don't know. Maybe I was still on my WrestleMania hangover. But I just wasn't thinking about it. But after it ended, I actually because I want to see where the storyline progresses with this. They won't be involved in next week's shakeup. So how are they going to find a job anytime soon? Are they just going to pull them off the card for a little while? So I'm excited to see where we're headed with this. It's just, how long is it going to take to get resolution? Because I don't want to keep seeing programming without these two. I'm really entertained by what they're doing and everything right now. So, I mean, you want to keep them on the programming. But without them having a job, what are KO and Sammy to do? Do they have to just keep showing up with a ticket and fighting their way back on? I don't know. I look forward to finding out what goes on here. And then we come to the main event of the evening. It's the Miz Taraj, Rollins, Jeff Hardy, and Finn Balor. What do I say about this? It was cool. It was entertaining, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really have any high hopes for this. Once I seen it was announced, it was like, okay, so it's another multi-man match. Like, is this what we do with our lives now? It's just multi-man matches every week. Like, you're taking away you're taking away not the nostalgia. You're taking away the uniqueness when we're seeing it week in and week out. Man, I have no problems with singles matches, with a valet. I have no problem with tag matches. When I start to have a problem is when we keep doing gimmick matches and multi-man matches every week. Our athletes are too good for that, man. Just to let you guys in on a little secret. Multi-man matches are not fun, okay? Especially when there's an odd number of people. 6-man tag matches are not fun. I want to see, man, we see enough 6-man tag. When can I start to see some Texas Tornado matches? Okay, Texas Tornado tag matches are phenomenal. We're all 4 in the ring. Anybody can get pinned at any time. That's fantastic. That's exciting, fun. Man, we need to do more of that. We need to get away from the 6-man tag. Let's just tag team everybody up together. And I know it's for storyline, and we're just building it further. And Jeff Hardy's now going to be in the Intercontinental chase. And probably at Backlash, we're going to have a four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. I get it. I just don't want it. Okay? I want these 3 to do a round robin tournament. The 2 with the best record continue on. The last one is out. The 2 who continue on have 1 night. Best out of 3 falls. Whoever wins that faces Seth Rollins at Backlash for the IC belt. Do you know how good that would look? How good that would look. So everybody, all 3 wrestle each other on one programming, and it's the round robin tournament's 2 matches. 2 matches. One of them goes 1-1, the other one goes 2-0, one goes 0-2. That 0-2, I don't care. But that's how you would build it, man, because you would save more interest. Oh, okay. So which we're gonna face in the 2 out of 3 falls? Oh, okay. Oh my God, the winner. Oh, okay. So what are the 2 out of 3 falls? And one of those 2 out of 3 falls, you can have a stipulation. I say the Miz should be the first one eliminated. Let's have Finn and Jeff carry on. Finn and Jeff do a ladder match for the 3rd fall, because you know you're gonna want the split fall for the 2. I'm not gonna let either one of them just get over on the other one that quick. Okay, and then they have the ladder match to end the show, and then boom, Backlash. That person goes in there to face Seth. I think that's a good way to set that all up. Unfortunately, I don't think that's what we will see. But anyways, Rollins, Hardy, and Balor get the win. I mean, it was a tough 2 nights of wrestling, man. Now, with that being said, I have very high hopes for SmackDown. I'm going to get some answers. I'm going to know tonight if we're going to see a continued push for Asuka, or is Asuka just going to literally fall down to the bottom of the well. So, a lot to be seen on SmackDown, so I'm very excited about that. But with that being said, that's it for the Raw review, guys, and the little recap of WrestleMania. Thank you for sitting with me. If you guys are still here, hey, take a second, like this video, subscribe to us. Can't thank you enough. Thank you for the new subscribers that we gained over the weekend with the live show. Once again, thank you guys just for tuning in to the live show, being so interactive. Looking forward to doing it with you guys again. But until then, I'm JG, signing out. Kick ass, take names, and peace.